I was like a little spike over the last 2 years, so I don't know if it's gonna plateau for a bit and then spike again. Because usually
I wonder if everyone's back now.
ebbs and flows and all that.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if everyone's back now. To be fair,
We never stopped, didn't it? You got episodes every week.
fam.
We were always here. Nah,
Even on paternity leave, we're here.
we're here somehow. It's actually bad because in the last 2 months, we've only really recorded one time since the start of November.
Literally.
And then that was because obviously we had to address the award. And then after that, I was like, yeah, no, we're off again. For
You know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. Loki, I don't really like the banked episode thing. Like here and there is calm, but the fact that we just had bang, 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 it just felt like.
So sometimes I like it. I like it in December. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like it's not bad.
Yeah.
But then again, so much shit happened.
Yeah,
and it
can-
just feels like.
Sometimes you want to do it like on a weekly basis and come in. But sometimes I'll find a piece of content that someone's talking about something that happened maybe ages ago. I'm still like, oh yeah, I can listen.
No, don't get me twisted. It's still fire. It's just that like.
Sometimes you want to get your thoughts off when it's not happening, like, you know, because there is times something's happening during the week. You're like, yeah, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
I can't wait to go see this.
But look,
Yeah, no. So look, we need a break as well ourselves.
Jordan is back from paternity leave.
back for paternity leave.
Daddy Mindoms is back.
Daddy
you know.
Doms is back. Yeah, how you been, bro?
I'm good, you know. Like, I'm alright, man.
How's your Christmas?
Bro,
Your period off, the time like that.
if you know what, it felt like I didn't really have time off. Like, the week of Christmas, or Christmas was on Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
I had Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday off. I was in work on Thursday, half day on Friday. Then I had Monday off again. Tuesday I took off, and then Wednesday and it's back. Like, so it didn't really feel like too much of a break.
But isn't that some people say they don't take off the Christmas period because you don't really do anything at work? It's like,
Bro,
it's
I
like
did,
your leave.
I did fuck all, but like, I don't know why these people just want me in the fucking office, bro.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
I think last year was the first job I've had that I could work from home during that Christmas period, and the World Cup was on.
you do fuck all, bro.
Lord,
you start drinking. You start drinking at like 3:00.
They said, and then they said, oh, because nobody's on, there's no meetings.
Bro, because
Oh man, I was just waking up. So I think one day they called me. They said, "Are you alright?" I was like, "Leave me alone, man."
like, bro, why you calling me, bro?
Don't be a loser. Enjoy your Christmas time off.
You know, like that. Hold on, let me just double check this.
If it's recording. Okay.
Bro, I get so paranoid because remember our year-end episode,
Yeah.
bro. I was looking. I thought it didn't record.
Oh no.
The camera. Remember, I was like, "Is this shit recorded?" Do you know how pissed off I would have been if that didn't record?
Especially because you can't. The thing is, you can also just record again, but you can't
You can't recreate that shit.
recreate the energy or the magic that. Because I remember we did an episode, I think, with Dave and Hura at the time, and he told us how big is your dad. I was like, this golden, but then again, he recreated that. Who's the main character, and he popped off there.
Yeah,
Like,
but a story like that is always gonna pop off.
Yeah.
What about you? What's going? How's your
Oh,
paternity leave / time off?
I did not enjoy Christmas this year. Like I could never get into it. I could never get into the groove of it being Christmas or Christmas period. It's just, I think having a youth that close to Christmas, like the 29th of November, so Christmas is literally less than a month after. So you feel like you're adapting to your new life essentially. So, and again, I talked about it on the end of your episode. Go check that out if you didn't see it. It's like the sleep pattern, something you just can't prepare for. Baby needs to be fed every 2-3 hours. There's nothing you can do. You just have to get up, and if they choose when to get sleep again. So even that, adapting to that, and having people over, people want to come see, people are flying in because it's Christmas period. So there's a lot of people in town.
Yeah, that's when family's home. Everyone's
Family's home, friends home, and this is their window because next time, who knows? Next time they're gonna be in the country,
Bro,
probably next Christmas.
Kid will be walking by the time they see next.
Exactly. Probably next Christmas. So it was very overwhelming, let's say. Like there's a lot happening. Even on the Christmas day, we went to my parents, and I couldn't, like, usually I enjoy that, like having a few drinks, talking to Chris, just enjoying it. But like I'm always looking out. Is he all right? What's happening with him? Is he okay? So just the anxiety and the adaptation of that in a month, and I wasn't like glory be to God, I wasn't like working. I finished working at MSD the 24th of November. I started working in my new job the 18th of December, but I only worked at 18th, 19th in the office, 20th from home, and I was off again till the 2nd because we had the company days or days off work or whatever.
Yeah.
So I essentially had a month off to just adapt to my new life, but I felt properly overwhelmed and anxious. And like I think we talk off bike all the time. It's like it's affected my personal life in terms of like going to the gym and finding a routine. And luckily it's December because when you derail off a routine in December, it's kind of like acceptable for some reason.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, nobody cares. It's Christmas period.
Everyone's falling off.
Every year, so I definitely fell off and just podcast stuff and getting back on the admin stuff. So it was kind of mentally difficult, just challenging that way. But I think I'm getting back to a good place. I think I just had a chat with Simi and just explained where my head was at. And I saw a TikTok of a woman. I think something of confirmation bias. When someone's explaining exactly what you're going through, you feel normal. Like, okay, I'm not going mad. Because a lot of people that had newborns that tell you, oh, just enjoy it. They're only this month for so long. Just enjoy it. And at times, be real, you don't find yourself really like enjoying it because you're stressed and you're anxious.
Obviously.
And you're worried all the time. So then you feel guilty because you're like, I should be enjoying this because everybody's telling me how I should be feeling, but I'm not feeling what you're telling me.
Yeah, but everyone says that when you're looking back.
Exactly.
Like, it's easy to look back and be like, oh, just enjoy it. But, bro, I'm sleep deprived.
Yeah, I'm sleep deprived. I'm anxious. I have visitors every. There's one night the youth got up at like 1 a.m. and stayed up till 8 a.m. 7 hours, just wouldn't sleep, and you just can't do anything. So, bruv, and then that day you're just like, how is this enjoyable for anybody?
Fuck them kids, man.
So no, that was my Christmas. Like it was like obviously you're blessed, lucky, but let's be real about how you feel. Like I would just tell people. If someone say just enjoy it, only this, but just take it as it comes.
Yeah, Jordan said just pull out.
Yeah, but no, that was Christmas. Now I'm glad that I think I'm finally feeling like a little bit like myself again. Finally,
like speaking to people that just had newborns and stuff like that, I always find that makes it even wilder for me that paternity leave for men is a week. Well, it used to be a week.
2 weeks.
Bro, the kid hasn't even opened his eyes yet.
Bro, there's no way you could. If I had gone back after 2 weeks, my mental would have taken a deep.
But bro, remember it used to be a week. It wasn't even. It used to be a week. Literally, you get 5 days off and you're back.
You're back again. Like we're lucky to the extent that like we have family close. So I think my mother-in-law was with us for a couple of weeks, and now my mom is with us. So it helps us kind of adapt. Like even that day, he was up till 8 a.m. But go back to your mother-in-law, and then I slept again. I slept in to like 4 or 5. So that I think that was my Christmas period. Just feeling a bit overwhelmed and anxious. That all the feelings that I'm assuming comes with a newborn, and I'm guessing because of the time of the year it was as well.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to feel like I'm supposed to be enjoying myself. Remember, like we would go for dinner. We would go for agenda dinner. Remember that time we went to?
Yeah.
Like all that stuff, I couldn't even like bring myself to do it. I was just at home.
Yeah, because your brain, like the thing is, your brain won't even be there.
Yeah.
Like your brain will be at home, like with you and your wife. Like it's just like, bruv.
Yeah,
I really
that
just
TikTok
left
kind of
someone.
said that TikTok explained it well. It's like saying, look, I have to get back to myself because this kid is gonna grow up and leave me anyway. So I have to be kind to myself because like look, people are flying to Australia, Canada, and everything.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So,
people are ignoring their mom's calls.
you know, you can only be. And I was even deep in it. A lot of our parents probably didn't give themselves a break, so weren't kind to themselves. So they're always stressing. Like it would always come across as like, why are you always angry? Because it never took time to just go to a spa. It never took time to go to a weekend away.
Spa.
You know?
Mom had 2 jobs. You think she had time for spa?
So now you look back and like, of course you were stressed. You're working 2
Do you get what
jobs.
I'm saying? And I asked you, do you want to just take the meat out of the freezer, and you're not even doing that.
And who am I cooking for? It's you that I'm cooking for.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
would have went to bed if it was just me here. I would go back to work. But it's you that has to eat. But that was me anyways. That was my Christmas period. So, but coming into 2024, what are you kind of looking for? I think, did we touch on this?
I think we spoke about most of this. Like, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
We're back.
We're back.
No more banked episodes
for now. End of the year, we might be back. If
but
someone has
no.
to go on holidays, we might be back.
It feels good to be back. It feels good to be recording on a weekly basis again.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we were talking before this, like the banked episode thing is cool. Like it's nice to have a break.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel the same.
It doesn't feel the same, yeah. Like even I don't promo the episodes the same because
Bro, I can't remember
what we talk about.
I can't remember what we talked about.
Like I can't come without smoke on it because obviously the end of the year when I promo that properly on social.
Oh, yeah, we had to.
Yeah, I was like, I knew what we talked about. These ones I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because what's called we recorded some of them in. I think last week's
November.
episode came out. We recorded either in September or November.
Yeah, it was either September, October. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, but Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year to you too, man.
Yeah, we're going for New Year then.
Oh, this year I was actually deep in the driving to work. It's actually mad. I was looking forward to my commutes because just to get that 35 minutes to myself, I was deep in the driving to work. I think this year, 2024, like look, 2020, I proposed. So when you propose, you're planning a wedding. 2021, white and trad. 2022, bought my house, changed jobs. 2023, changed jobs again, had a youth. Like if I come at the end of the year, I said, Dij, uneventful year, just know I've had the year that I wanted to have. Just know I've had the year. So 2024, I just want to kind of settle into my new life. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to settle into my, like, even my home. I want to start doing it up again. Like, I think we've taken a break from that for too long now. Like, I just want to start doing up the sitting rooms and all of that. Start, like, 2024, 2025, the next year or two, I just want to settle into my new life personally. Just like, yeah, I've done a lot over the last 4 years. So this year, let me just settle into this life. And I just want to celebrate my friends' wins. Like, I want to be like, oh, Deji's doing this because he achieved something. Congratulations. We're going out for Deji. I'm going out for Morris. I'm going out for Chris. Like, yeah, I just want to low-key, uneventful year, but because I've been blessed plenty. That's
So
my-
essentially, like you've done all the big things. Now it's just the little, is the parsley on top.
Yeah. Like, literally, as you said, this whole thing. So I just kind of want to, just want to settle into a new life and maybe for a year, settle into being a dad, adapt to that, like all of that's kind of boring stuff. It's boring for the masses, but if I come at the end of December, I said, "Did I've had quite an eventful year? Believe I've had the year that I've wanted to have."
I'm telling you, that's not gonna happen.
Amen. Hopefully, more blessings.
Like,
I'm not saying no to blessings.
Just
though.
because like obviously, like we spoke about what our plans are for the new year on our podcast of the year episode, but like, fam, I've just when because like okay, the beginning of this year, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been antisocial.
Yeah.
I haven't been texting anybody.
Yep.
There's been no. Bro, I don't have time to be doing, Happy New Year, fuck all that shit, bro. If you text me Happy New Year, I'll text you back. Wait, let me rephrase that. If you text me Happy New Year, I might text you back Happy New Year. But like, so like, I just spend the first like week of the year kind of like trying to chill, reflect, trying to like, all right, cool, like gear myself up for this year. Bro, I started writing, I'm writing, okay, podcast event 1, podcast event 2, podcast this. I want to do this. And bro, I'm tired already.
But outside of the podcast, what else you want to do?
I can't be revealing those. I'll tell you off air.
Oh no, fair enough.
Don't worry, it will be revealed to the masses soon.
As usual. Yeah, sometimes we talk about stuff to do like outside the podcast. Yeah, I'm just enjoy people like my friends. My friends get married this year. One of my best friends. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to celebrating him and his events down his day. So I'm hoping more of my friends have these kind of events where it's not about me. I can just go have fun.
Yeah, one of my boys is getting married as well, so I have to get ready for that as well. Yeah. Like also, fam, what is going on? But people are on my ass about marriage.
Good.
Fam,
it's good. Let them land.
I was chatting to my mom on like New Year's Eve, and who's it? Someone's getting married, and I was like, oh yeah, this person's getting married, whatever. Or I think it was one of the girls I grew up with, who her mom is friends with my mom, was getting married. And she's like, you two, did you? When will you marry?
Let them land.
Oh,
you're 29 this year, yeah?
Yeah,
let them land.
Bro, nah, don't land, man. Bro, don't wait for me.
They just said he's gonna do 50. 50?
No,
I
man.
just remember that clip. 50?
Don't wait for me. But so yeah, look, what's called? I think the start of the year has been. It's not the start of the year that I wanted.
It's only been 8 days, man.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah.
For the first 5 days, you're allowed to do fuck all.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah. You know what it is, yeah. It's like every year, the beginning of the year, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be the best. Yeah. What's called? I'll get back to it. It's gonna be the best year ever. Blah 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 blah. And then day 5, day 6, shit is looking very last yearish. So it's just I don't want it to be last yearish. So just kind of like taking a second to like proper, just chill. I haven't really, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't really been on the internet. I don't even think our last 2 episodes I even promoted it. Yeah. I haven't really been talking to anybody, doing anything. I've literally just been in my own space. Then again, what's called like for a while I wasn't really feeling too well either. So like I've just been, okay, let me charge up for what needs to come. Do you get what I'm saying? But now we're back. Yeah, no, I'm back as well this week. I feel like that period needed to pass. Like I'm settling now, but I think that's it. Kind of going into like the new year. I've kind of what I wanted. I've reflected like yourself. I've reflected over the last 4 years, and then I'm looking through this year. I'm like, you know what, Jordan? Chill. Chill. Just I'm grateful for the blessings because the milestones I've hit. I'm more than grateful. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need to. If I don't do anything in 2024, nobody's really gonna be like, bro, man, go back to back.
Don't mind the baby.
Go back to back, bro.
Don't mind the baby. But a lot has actually kind of happened. Did you see the Cat Williams thing?
I didn't watch the whole interview, but I've been seeing it. Yeah. Fam. First of all, Cat Williams has been one of my favorite comedians for a while. Yeah. Like in more recent times, I haven't found him as funny. But like his old stand-ups, his old.
What comedians do you find funny today, though?
I don't think I have.
Exactly. I think it's comedians has become like it's like becoming like funny podcasts, stand-ups. Like it's becoming like talking points with humor. In whereas before it was like, oh, this is actually funny, but because now it's like it was like, oh, we're talking. Let's say for example, Trump. Everybody's talking about Trump. Everybody has a take on Trump. A comedian just has a funny take on Trump. Now, I'm not laughing, but I'm like, oh, I can see why that's funny. Because
Like-
I was deep and I was like, yeah, what comedian have I found? Because Dave Chappelle had a new special. I didn't watch it. People say it's not that funny. It's just
I can't remember the last time in recent times where I'm watching a comedy special and I'm busting up.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember watching Kevin Hart laugh at my pain and
yeah.
you're busting
Seriously
up?
funny.
Do
Laugh
you get what I'm
at
saying?
You're dying.
And like,
son, spell long dick.
say it with your chest, little nigga. But like, and like, even that, like, you leave watching those specials with like jokes that stay with you, bro.
All right.
I can't remember a single joke from maybe the past 10 specials I've watched. Do you get what I'm saying? Even I think it was like 2017. When Dave officially came back.
Yeah.
Like those were funny, but I can't even really remember
I
jokes.
remember
from that.
one joke because I always joke with it to my son now. He's like, it was always fussy for food. And Dave Chappelle had the joke like, when he brought his son to Kevin Hart's show and Kevin Hart opened the door and he's like, we haven't eaten in several hours. That's how he is now. The way he eats all the time is like, he's sure he hasn't eaten in several hours. But no, because everybody's saying like, oh, we'll get to Cat Williams. Because then people are saying like, Kevin Hart is not funny anymore. And he's not as funny as he used to be, granted. But then I was deep and I was like, who really has had me laughing recently? I just hate the revisionism that people try to pretend Kevin Hart was never funny.
No, Kevin Hart was funny. At this
All
point.
right. Oh, you gonna learn today? So it's long day. Those and cuss out your teacher. That joke. Those are iconic skits that Kevin Hart has.
Kevin Hart, maybe he's not as funny now, definitely. But them times,
Yeah.
that laugh on my pain,
Seriously funny.
those times,
Those two
Kevin
specials?
was on the top of the world, bro.
There's a reason he was like literally in every movie at the time, and there's a reason he is Kevin Hart, and it started from those stand-up specials. Seriously funny and laugh on my pain. Those are the ones that like elevate.
Yeah, those are the ones like push you to a different
I'll
level.
put you in 6 different positions in 60 minutes. Like I remember these jokes because like it folks the shit out of that stool and it's like, want some juice?
Do you get what I'm saying?
After you
Or
come
like
quick,
when he
want
was
some
talking about
juice?
like, oh, him and his babes took ecstasy, and she was
Yeah.
like, put your dick on the counter, let me suck your dick on the counter.
Because that one is like everybody knows what it is to have drunk sex. You just want to do the dumbest, wildest shit that you honestly would never do otherwise. But
I was
yeah,
going to ask about the dumbest wildest shit you've done.
don't ask me. Don't ask me.
Wait, I thought the filter was off in 2024.
I'm a changed man. Be humble. But
Patreon.
Patreon soon. Back to Cat Williams. The interview, like, first of all, like I watched the majority of it. I watched it like in 4 sittings. You know, when you're starting a new job and you're just
you ain't got
I
shit
watched
else
it
to
in
do.
4 sittings. The best way to describe it is like Cat Williams was in his comedic mode. He made it look like a stand-up special. He was doing like a podcast, but like as a comedian, like he's doing bits, and he was. So,
But that's always like Cat Williams has always been funny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
he's
just
hilarious.
him as a character is just fucking funny. Like the thing is, like even looking at when he's on My Iphone Kids, Bobby Shaw.
Yeah, that's
Some of the best episodes.
I love when this starts resurfacing because obviously because of this, so like all his older clips and his funny clips are all start resurfacing. You're like, nah. Fair play to him because to have that, especially Hollywood, they want to maintain relationships. They want to keep like sometimes you even see within like here, the people you might not be able to say things with chess. Maybe here because people pull up a Vision Lab. And Vision Lab is accessible to everybody.
Everyone knows where we record.
Everybody knows how to record, so they pull up. So sometimes it's like, do I really want to stand on this? People pull up because they want to stand on business. I really don't care about this opinion. It's a straight
I
away.
don't remember that we spoke about this as
Yeah.
soon as I left.
Yeah, exactly. But some people it'll get to them and now they want to fight. It's like, nah. Well, and even Shannon Sharp, it's like, obviously I watch sport content. As someone undisputed, I thought he would be like a star within the sport world. Like I watched him. I was like, oh no, this is a character. He's gonna take on Stephen A. It's gonna be him and Stephen A.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Just to see him even get this push into the mainstream, and now people are saying, "Oh, this is not real journalism. He's not pushing back." What you make of that? As podcasters, when people say, even 90s babies with Pastor Toby, they're like, "Oh, they're not real journalists. They're not pushing back on talking points."
I'm not. I'm not.
Because they're like, "Oh, he just let Cat Williams dance around him. He just believe anything Cat Williams said." So this is not real journalism.
But the thing is,
podcast.
sometimes, first of all, it's not a journalism podcast. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, sometimes the best interviewers are the people that like. Cat came with something to say. Clearly,
Yes, yeah.
For 2 and it's already like 2 hours and 40 minutes long. How long do you want this episode to be? Like, it's just one of those. Sometimes the best interviewers are just, I know when to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you say whatever the fuck you want to say, and then once you finish your rant, I'm gonna pop in with another little, and that's all I need to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like sometimes I feel like some people try to get so much out of one little thing, and the thing is, if granted, a man said he read 3,000 books a year, insane. That one, okay, you could be like, bro, but like half the other stuff is like, I wasn't there. Who am I to tell you that?
What am I pushing back on?
Do you know what I'm
telling
saying?
me Steve Harvey stole these jokes.
What am I gonna say?
What am I gonna say?
I was there. Steve didn't steal those jokes.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I wasn't like. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I don't know what people expect. It's like if that episode didn't do what it did in like what 20 million views in like
2 days or something.
2 days or something stupid like that. Nobody will be saying anything about his interview skills or anything. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, don't come here and bring your expectations of whatever the fuck you think it is supposed to be.
What journalism?
Do you get what I'm
whatever
saying?
you think it
This
is.
isn't journalism, bro. We're talking about dicks on mics.
I know that's it. We talk about dicks and mics. That's what we do. So, because even he said it. He's like that. He has another podcast with Ocho Cinco, and he said, "Brother, I am not a journalist. I'm an entertainer," and that's why I look at it in the same realm. Like we've had podcasts. Like a good example is always Fortune. Fortune came with something to say that day, and when he's cooking, sometimes you just gotta sit back and be like,
Bro, let him cook.
let you talk. Obviously, there's certain things that people they might say like you might push back and you might be like, I hear what you're saying, but this. But for the most part, Cat Williams, they say politicians do this here. Politicians come with their talking points. Whatever question you ask them,
I'm gonna answer my questions.
you can say, what color is the sky? So this, the sky is blue, but in Oklahoma that day, they will find a way to insert whatever talking points that they have. Granted, you could have been, you could interview, have better interview skills and push back. But those people, Cat might not be comfortable talking to those people. Those true journalists are not gonna get that version of Cat Williams.
Facts.
That version of Cat Williams is only gonna be with a Shannon Sharp or someone that maybe looks like him or someone that he talks to. Some bars that he says you have a real allegiance to losers. That's not like you. I was like, that's a bar. He said, why do you like losers?
Or even apparently when you join the Illuminati, you get an ugly light skinned wife. And you know what? There's a couple.
And then they show the pictures of all them with their wives. I was like, this guy is crazy.
I was like, bro.
This guy. And they said about Jonathan Majors, he says, that's why I don't date white girls, because I'll end up running down the streets. I said, I'm not saying I don't like white girls.
Okay.
But I was like, this guy is just letting the clip fly.
Can I be honest?
That's what we do in churches. That's what we do.
Not that I'm super attracted to white women anyways.
Yeah.
There's just a part of me that is low-key afraid that if it goes bad, you gonna try to ruin my life. And like there's different kinds of crazy. There's crazy, you stab on my tires, whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. But I can handle that. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, 80 euro, 110 euros, slap on some new tires, you're good. But someone else wants to ruin my life and send me to jail.
To have you running down the street.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Bro, look how that man was running. Because the thing is, if someone popped off with a white, I'm running down the street. I'm fleeing from the scene as quickly as I possibly can.
I've never seen that video until you said it. Until you said it. I was like, let me look at this video. Then I'm like, oh my God.
Fam, I'm fleeing the scene. I'm fleeing the scene 1,000%. So yeah, that's why, fam, leave them things there.
No, I hear it. Shout out Cat Williams though, because I interview. Like, it's mad to have arguably probably the podcast of the year in the first week of the year. Like, it'll be hard in the terms of like the moment, not the best like conversation, just the overall moment where you have Ice Cube replying, Gary Owens replying, Kevin Hart,
Ludacris replying,
Ludacris. Everybody that can reply or get involved in this conversation got involved in the conversation.
Yeah, and to be honest, it just seems like it's a man that stands on morals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. How he came back from getting beaten up by a teenager, I don't know.
Remember that video?
Fam?
Until this thing, that was like my last memory of Cat Williams. I haven't seen anything from, like, I haven't looked for it, but nothing has popped up on my feed from Cat since he got beat up by a teenager.
I think the guy has just been touring.
Yeah.
But what's called? So, have we all agreed that the Illuminati is real? No, like, seriously?
There's definitely a club.
No, 100%.
I don't know if it's called Illuminati. I don't know if they go by that name, but the concept idea definitely agree.
No, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
Oh, question, yeah. They come to you. They invite you to the club. I actually assume it's like a. Have someone ever tried to recruit you into a pyramid scheme before?
Yeah.
And it's always the same thing. what's good? They'll sit you down. They'll show you videos. They'll show you a video. They give you a little slideshow to tell you that this is what you can earn. They'll call somebody that has been part of it, and that person would also be like, yeah, nah, I did it. This was great. Blah blah blah. Sign up today. You get whatever off. I feel like it's like that, you know.
Yeah, man. Would I do it?
Oh no, sorry. I feel like that's what the recruitment to the Illuminati is.
Yeah.
However, they come to you. They say, Jordan, 200 M's. That's you never have to work a day in your life again. Only what you want to do. You can talk about dicks on mics. You can rant about Chelsea all day long. 200 M's, just get rid of Dij.
Dej, I'm on this podcast saying I'll suck dick for money, but I won't sell myself.
It's not yours, you're selling, it's mine.
No, I just couldn't do it. Like, there's certain, like, I'd rather work for the rest of my life than have that on my conscience. To get rid of someone that you know. It's not one of those ones they say, oh, press a button and someone random in the world dies.
Oh.
You know? This guy is so silly. It's not one of those ones, oh, you press a button, every time you press a button, you get $1 million and a random person in the world. That's not a scenario that's given. Because you could be so far removed.
Oh,
that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you don't care.
And
If
also,
someone you
in the
know-
back of your head as well, if someone around you died, they died of natural causes. That's what I would say to myself, that they were dying anyways. It wasn't because I pressed that button. But yeah.
Exactly, you can convince yourself. But if someone that you interact with daily, like again, in this moment being asked this question, I'm saying no, I couldn't do it. But once you see that 200 M, you don't know what you think. People think they're always, let's think of people. We think we're always capable until we're in the moment. Like some people like say, oh, I'll never cheat. Let Megan go and put it on you. Let's
Honestly, for some man, it doesn't have to be Megan Good. It could be Aoife from down the street.
you know, you've never been in a situation where you've been pushed to. So yeah, no, it's like sitting here and now. I said no, I couldn't let someone 200 M's. My life has changed, but knowing in the back of your life for what though? You sold your soul.
What does selling your soul actually entail? Like that's what I always wonder. Like, what does it mean to sell your soul?
See, that's the thing. Because I grew up in a religious home. Like the concept of me means like hell. It's still real to me. Hell, you won't be forgiven. You live with that guilty conscience, and living life with a guilty conscience, no matter how much money you have, and not just having peace daily.
Yeah.
Well, what's the like? You being Barbados, just deep in life. Just say, God, we're in Barbados, I guess.
Okay,
You're
so
in the Maldives, 7-star resort.
you could be here and be pissed off because your fucking boss is
Also,
pissing
in
you
the
off.
long run, some people might be like, you know what, I might have to live with the guilt, but if my kids don't know, and then they can live, if they can be guilty by association, if they don't know, what you don't know can hurt you. So if they live off this wealth, it's nothing to do with them. You know, they can.
That even knows.
I can live off this guilt. I die anyways, but they live off. But in religion, they say the curse 4 generations. So the curse 4, like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Recently, people have just been. Yeah. No, it's cool, bro.
No problem, man. Happy New Year.
No problem. Happy New Year, G.
But no, I don't. Would you do it?
Nah.
200 M's.
I don't think I could live with myself, you know.
What about one of your step siblings? I knew that.
Nah. Yo, I love you guys, man. I just wasn't expecting you to go there. No. I couldn't get rid of them.
Okay, a cousin. I'm just trying to see what degree of
A
separation.
cousin. I only have one set of cousins that I'm kind of close to. The rest of them are strangers.
Yeah, no. I think all the cousins on my dad's side.
Yeah.
It was one of them.
Run down.
Charger.
You know what though? Actually, because obviously, the last clip that did a little bit of traction was
I get from my dad.
Yeah.
I died.
There's a part of me. Yeah, I was expecting a text
From who?
with my step siblings.
I saw that clip. When that clip because in the clip was this guy talking about his dad. Do you know a lot of people with, I wouldn't say daddy issues, that have weird strange issues with that, they actually hit me up. All of them just laughing. Everybody was like, I was like, can you relate? Like Jordy was definitely triggered. He felt that one deep. He said, why's Jordan laughing?
Yeah, because I just see myself tagged in the group chat, and I'm like, why am I tagged in the group chat? And it's like, oh, did you trigger Jordan?
Why is the Jordan guy laughing, man?
Yeah, to be honest, people give you more smoke for laughing than me actually saying it.
But they don't know that's like it's an ongoing bit that you do on the podcast. Because I had to show them they must be nice.
Yeah.
They must be nice one, but nah.
You know what though? I will say that's a part of things like of like podding that's weird. It's like how much is too much sharing? Because what's called? Because I was watching one of these podcasts in America or whatever, and the guy's talking about like obviously the podcast is successful or whatever, and his mom was like, "Yo, stop saying weird shit on the internet." You know, I think it's Peyton and something, the Bread Boys or some whatever.
Oh yes.
Whatever. So he's like, "Yo, stop saying weird shit on the internet." His mom's like, "Stop saying weird shit on the internet." Then his mom took him to someone's house and he's telling the whole story. But he's like, bro, this house stink. These little kids are this and this and this. But those people watch the pod. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, where's the line? Like, how much sharing is oversharing?
Yeah, I think I've had these conversations like with other podcasters with like that within Ireland. Dongo. I had this conversation. I was like, sometimes it's like your stories. I think they're okay to tell as long as they're your stories and you're okay sharing them. Whereas like if you go to someone's house and you've whatever experience you have, maybe don't share that.
But that's my story though.
Yeah, but I get it. But it's hurting other people. Your story, if it only involves you and like your pain or your trauma, like laugh at my pain. I know that's your pain going over there. Because even Kevin Hart, his daughter pulled him up, and he had a bit about his daughter being a slut because she had every boyfriend. She had to change boyfriends, and his daughter was like, "Look, allow it, man." Like,
I know it's a joke, but
yeah, I know.
allow.
Yeah, even though they could be like, it's his daughter, so it's his story. He's living this life through his daughter, but at the same time, it's like it's causing harm to that person. So I wouldn't come here and be like, "Oh yeah, I went to Michael's house and the house stunk." I could say I went to a house and the house maybe stunk.
Yeah, but Michael knows you're talking about him.
Yeah, even then I might not. Like I might not be like, yeah, no, I might not be.
But what if that's the thing that? Do you get what I mean?
I get it. I get it. There is also the being authentic and being truthful and telling those stories might propel you. But are you ready to sacrifice certain relationships? Maybe you don't care about that relationship. I don't care about the relationship. But certain stories you might share, and like that relationship might deviate because they might be like, I wasn't okay with you using my story as entertainment. Like Leon Edwards, when Colby Covington used his dad, like he said, "Oh, your dad passed. I'll take you to the 7 gates of hell to meet your dad." And Leon Edwards, the MMA fighter, was visibly upset. He says he used my dad as entertainment. Like that upset him. So I don't know. I feel like personally, if it's not to do with other people, I don't feel like it'll hurt other people in any other way, I won't share it. Yeah. But if it's really my story, I don't.
Yeah, because what's called, because like obviously with me and my father, like we're cool. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we chat. Like he calls me, I call him occasionally. Like we're actually cool. Do you get what I'm saying? So he sees that now. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah, we are cool. Yeah. However, I do feel that way. Yeah. But it's still
like he might be especially us with this new media that we're sharing, because I get it, because Morris was at my house yesterday and he was saying like obviously I shared the whole my pregnancy journey story and he was like, yo, it's like semi like, are you okay? Like it seems like, yeah, like it is, but I wouldn't have said that if I didn't think it was fine to share it, you know. But I do understand if you say something like that and he doesn't know you're sharing and he just sees the first time, he might be like, yo,
fam, if that man sends me a TikTok of me chatting shit, actually to be fair, I'll tell him hold it. I'll actually tell him.
Yeah, to be fair, you can say that's how you feel.
Yeah, like because I didn't just wake up this way and feel this way. Yeah. So, bro, charge it. Like at the end of the day, live with your decisions, isn't it?
There was a girl on 90s Babies, I think her name was Diana or something. She had a strange relationship with her dad, and she was a YouTuber. And she shared the story, and it went back to her dad, and her dad was like, "Oh, this is the character you're portraying of me, blah 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 blah. This is how you're looking at me," because it is an attack. They will feel like it's an attack on them that you're literally telling the internet at a deadbeat. So even though the relationship is cool now, and she was like, "Yeah, I was able to share that story," he still felt away because he saw it as like,
"Yeah, man, charge it, bro."
I guess.
Charge it.
Do you have anything to charge to the game?
I think I'm over clubbing. You know.
Oh, talk to me. How come?
I went out in this period of being what's called on our break, whatever. I went out 3 times.
Yeah.
Not one time. Well, L2P was alright. Like, but then again, I was getting shit faced. No, I didn't get shit faced wrong. I was trying to, but it wasn't working. Yeah. So, but like I was getting drunk. But I think I'm over it, bro. And the thing is, I don't know if I'm over it in Ireland or I'm just over it in general. But like, yeah, because what's called, we went out on Moyo had a party. So
I saw that.
I mean, Moyo had a birthday thing in Heritage.
Happy birthday, Moyo.
That's time ago. That was last.
I didn't. Yeah. How old is he now? 32.
1.
Damn.
What's good, fam?
Settle down, bro.
Why are you talking like that's not you this year?
Well, I've accepted it, man. This is damn.
Yeah, to be fair.
Well, yo, invite me, Jollof. I want to eat now. Get a wife. Leave the streets right now.
Don't kill me.
Anyways.
So we went out after that, and it was like it was more effort than it was worth. Next time we went out on Christmas Day because I was supposed to pull up to Bambi's house earlier on, and I didn't pull up until they were leaving. So they were like, "We're thinking about going out." I said, "Fuck, if you man do it, I'll do it." Innit? I went there, and honestly, as soon as I got there, I was like, "Do I actually want to be here?" And it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's Ireland or I'm just over it in general.
What aspect of it, even if it is Ireland, what aspect of it are you like, I'm over this?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like if I go out, I have to get absolutely plastered to have a good time. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, once again, you see everybody that you know, which is not a problem. Like, it's cool. But, and then, I don't know. My brother, like, someone always said this to me, that, like, Ireland just feels, it feels like when we're here, we don't know how to have fun together. But when we go to different places, we go to different places, all of a sudden we know how to have fun. Because I remember I was chatting to, at your baby shower, I was chatting to two people at your baby shower or whatever, and they were like, two people that lived in England came over or whatever, and they were like, when we have baby showers over there, it's more like a party. People are getting drunk. People are like dancing and all of this kind of shit. Like, it's a party. Whereas when we have parties in your house, it's more of like there's music playing in the background and everyone's just in their little cliques having whatever. So it feels like when we're together, it's almost like there's something just missing.
Even in like when you go out in like clubs or whatever, people are still kind of chilling. They come and greet, but ultimately they're in their little.
Yeah, and once again, I don't know. It might be a meeting. Maybe I'm just not there anymore. So I don't want to say, I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's a me and Ireland thing. Because the thing is, I've left the country and I've still had a good time. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what it is, but I guess I just got to charge it, bro. Like, at this point, like, I'm going to try it once, twice more, but like.
For the most part. But it's been, I used to enjoy, like, Rides Venue days. I don't know if it was just because it was a once a month thing or that's when you got to see everybody. And again, that's when you saw all the like, oh, that babe, good looking.
That's when you find the Twitter babes.
Yeah, you finally got to see them, and then people just call you, "You're that guy on Twitter." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." So I don't know. I did enjoy it. There was also a point where I can't remember what event we went to, but it started feeling like, oh, it's the same event at a different venue, like because the familiarity of it as well. Like you like, oh yeah. So no, clubbing in Ireland really haven't felt it for a minute, but there is an event I still enjoy going to. Like, I do enjoy going to like a cheeky podcast. Like when at the Sound Club, the last Words You Had that show, I had a good time. When I went to, even before that, I went to some chicken and waffle thing with Ron and Beckley. Again,
but I'm talking about, when I say going, I'm talking about clubbing. I'm not talking about like
events,
because those called, my brother's paint simp had a great time. Had a good time at that. Obviously the live shows have good times at those, but like actual events of like clubbing and stuff like that. Even what's called the Newbury show. Granted, after I did my bit, I went into the crowd having a great time. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know if it's just that specific
space.
Do you get what I'm saying? Really and even when I was hosting the Newbury thing, it's like sometimes I'm in the crowd and it's like, we're playing bangers right now, and there's one little crowd over here that's lit, and then everyone else is just kind of watching, and it just feels like, why is everyone so stiff and uptight? And everyone keeps saying that, oh, it's because like we all know each other and it's all familiar and everything. But if you go London or Brum or Manny, at the end of the day, everyone everywhere says that anywhere people in New York say that New York is small. Yeah. People in LA say that LA is small. Yeah. So
people have too much. People are like, we've said this before. They're just too much. They feel like they're more important than they are. So they feel like catching a cheeky wine again, but I hear it too also, like, to be fair, because you'll catch a cheeky wine now with a girl. Now it's on everybody's talking about everybody. It should be nobody's business, and I also understand that you don't want to be the topic of conversation. Even though it's easy to say, we shouldn't care, man. Do your thing. Just catch your wine. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be like, oh, did you see Dage and that girl were whining? And now you're the topic of conversation. I was like, bro, I just caught a cheeky wine for 10 seconds.
Bro, what happened to the good old days where you could just wine as much as you want and nobody cared?
Do you know? But I feel like I don't know, but I feel like people think they are going to be the topic of conversation, and in some circles, to be fair, you might be like they might be like saying, "Oh, you see that one, Islandy, they're catching cheeky one." So, I guess you got a charger. My charger is, I had mice in my house, bro.
You had what?
Mice in the shed. Spent 600 quid. Rapid.
600 quid,
bro. So we had the buggy in the shed. So we stayed there. Everything was like in the shed. We put it. I did it a while ago, but just space issue. So, you have a shed? Put it in the shed. Winter comes because they're still building flipping apartments in my stay in it. So that's probably their residence. So they're probably looking for warmth everywhere. So Christmas Day, my brother-in-law was down to the shed to get like something. Anyways, he says, "Oh, I saw a mouse moving around." I was like, went to check. Took out the boogie. Inside the boogie, some mouse trappings and a dead mouse in there. Charge that first, and like I have loads of like winter jackets, all my cool jackets, my varsity jackets. It's in there. I don't know what they look like, so. First thing first, we called an exterminator because we don't know the extent of the damage, and we don't know if, like, obviously, baby Mindums is small. It's not a thing that we can just
just
handle this. So, you know what? Let's get professionals, just to be extra safe. Maybe if it was a bit older, like whatever, just said no, we can handle it. Exterminator comes and it says 280.
Jesus.
he did 10-minute job. Yeah, he did his thing, put the thing around my back iron, the smell, so they won't come again, and he's gonna come back in 2 weeks to finish off the job. Literally took him 15 minutes, 280 quid. I was like, God. Now, we look into the shed. Obviously, if there was dead mouse sleeping in the fucking boogie with all this dropping, you can't use that boogie. Like, you gotta just, like, obviously, you look online and say, now you can bleach it, blah, blah, blah. But we're like, nah, man, you don't want to play with
I'm not taking that risk about you.
Exactly.
Maybe the second one.
You don't want to play with that. So look online, go get another boogie. 300, 600 euros gone, unexpected, spent just like that.
Fuck
just because
that.
you had mice. So at the end of the day, you just got to, like, if it was just me and Simi,
Oh yeah, handle that.
handle them, man.
Let's
No,
go.
boys, man, it's
Buy
600 quid.
some poison, throw them around different
Throw it
places.
around,
Put a little.
come back, wash it around, clean it around, take the things out, decide what you want to do. Because now, because she was like, I'm throwing away all the winter jackets in there. I have like cool jackets.
It's like, babes.
I was on the exterminators. So what can we do about this stuff? I actually double wash in their camp.
Yeah, man, watch that shit, bro.
We just watch that shit in their camp. So no, I'm charging that to the game, man.
What else has been popping,
Actually,
bro? Did you see the man in court that flew over the thing to attack the judge, bro? He's never seen daylight again.
I don't understand. Oh, that was such a head loss because they didn't understand why you needed to do that,
Bro.
I just don't understand. Like, so, bro, whatever they gave you, yeah. Now you've visibly attacked someone of, like, you know how they say cop killing. This is someone of authority,
Bro.
just right in front of literally everybody.
And did you see the full video?
No, I didn't watch the full video.
Bro, I watched the full video. It wasn't like a 10-second thing.
Why did he attack her?
I think she sentenced him or something. And it's like, you fucking bitch. Fam, he was good. Like, it wasn't just like he was trying to do things, and like people were, fam. I saw one of the officers trying to hit him off, bro. I was like, crazy.
Nah, I think that every year that always starts off with a bang. There was one year that was like World War III.
That was last year. We're just making jokes.
Twitter is actually the best when that happened. I wanted to. Do you know this on the timeline? Yeah. So what topics should we not talk about on podcasts in 2024?
This is the thing, yeah. As much as you guys like to say,
Speak
black
on
topics,
this,
body counts, blah blah blah, bruv. We've put up, depression. This is how we did this. What's called success. This is how we did this. If you want to be this, this is how you did this. Yo, fam, I fucked this girl in. Views are racking up.
The thing is, yeah, we've done this nearly 100 episodes of this edition. We've done Tree at the Back. We've done DM podcast. We've done enough to know what brings traction. So I don't know why you go on timeline and people like to pretend that this is not the topics they react to. This is not the topics that say, "Oh, take niggas mic. We shouldn't be asking these questions in 2024. We should." My brother, I have a good idea. Not that I know. I have a good idea what gets engagement. I don't always lean into it because I don't want it to be like, no, this is what the podcast is about. Because I also want to show you what the podcast is about. There is also clips that we put out to be like, you know what, this is also an element of the podcast. But we know that you guys don't. You want the tacky. They want the content that you can also have an opinion on to say, oh, take people's podcasts away.
You want the car crash. Like, that's why Cat Williams does 40 million or 20 million in like 7 days, because it's a car crash. Like,
Shannon Sharp's podcast has had other people on talking about real life shit, talking about Ultra Cinco and all that. You want some girl from SWV talking about real life shit. Did anybody else? People are finding out about Shannon Sharp today. If like this week, people are finding out about Shannon Sharp. It was a meme before all of this. Now they're listening to his content and saying, "Oh, he's not a real journalist. He's asking these questions." Like, the way I look at it is, yeah, any topic can go. If it's on the timeline that week and we're talking about it, and that's what's doing the rounds, we're talking about it on the podcast.
Facts.
I'm not coming here and saying, nah, that topic is too bait or black. It's a black content. If you guys are talking about it, we're giving our reactions to the fucking.
And also, what's called black Oyimbos don't have banter like us. So stop telling me that Oyimbos don't speak about this, because what do they really speak about?
I wish I do. I wish I was. Sometimes I wish I was like, what is this podcast actually talking about? Because when I see us and I see what you guys are reacting to, I'm like, yeah, you guys love this. Don't pretend you don't love these conversations, because you do.
You do.
You do.
Like, you love a car crash. Let's be honest.
You do love when they put out a cheeky like, oh, I slept with my brother's friend. Oh, like, let's do it. Also, oh no, how to invest in crypto and I made this much money. I was like, man,
Nobody gives a fuck.
I hear it though, because I did that thing on the timeline about podcasters. Which
I was literally just thinking about that.
fashion niggas. I actually understand why podcasts are hated. Like, I get it. Because who the fuck am I, like, to sit on the mic and feel like people should listen to my opinion on things? Like, it's easy for someone to be like, who's that Jordan and DG guy just talking for an hour, and they think that, like, they have something to say. We have no cachet in anything that we've ever done to think that, like, we can bring opinion, for people to think that we're bringing opinions of value.
But you can say that about anything and anybody. Like, who are you to talk on a beat for 40 minutes?
But rappers get hate too. Rappers do get hate.
Yeah, but deservingly.
Like, no, so I do hear it's like, who do you think you are? Like, I do understand, because if I didn't have a podcast, I'm like, these niggas are talking for an hour and a half and they think we should listen to them. Honestly, that was my initial opinion on podcasts. When Three Shots were pop in 2017, everybody was tweeting about them. I used to think it's like, oh, you guys actually listen to people have conversations and tweet about it. It's kind of mad, you know? Like,
You know them ones.
At least with fashion, it's aesthetics. Like, you're looking at something, you're getting like the endorphin hit. It looks cool. Like the way Abi Yusuf especially does his edits.
Cool.
You're actually like, yo,
Cool.
this is class. Now you're seeing a podcast of saying that, like, men should do this and then women and then
Yeah, fam, who's sitting in the front seat? Your mom or your girl?
You're looking at, I understand looking at that and thinking, who the fuck this guy thinking?
However, though, like we said, once we take their mics away, we did well. It's a good clip. It's going. No, but seriously though, like podcast niggas versus fashion niggas, like
who adds more to society?
fam, honestly, I've seen enough girls say that they can't date fashion niggas because they're scared about their next outfit. Bro, imagine like you're a girl, you're trying to go on a date and your nigga comes out in a belly top, luminous green.
But that's the thing. Oh my god, I actually know someone in my head that wore that. We both know him.
It's who I'm thinking about, isn't it?
Probably. But you said you're luminous green, especially. But the thing is, those fashion niggas tend to actually also date aesthetically fashion women. They date like, for the most part, they date people that, like, if they come out pop wearing that, it won't really shake. Like, it won't really get them.
Yeah, what's called? Can you date a girl that can't dress?
What's dressing though? Like, for the most part, yeah, what's a girl that can? Give me an example. Because I don't know. Because cargos, what did we do? I see more. I actually walked through town. I was driving through town. Like, I saw 10 in a row. So cargos and crop top. Like, is that a girl, like, and those jackets?
No. What's called? There's, like, the thing is, there's a difference between, like, I'm the furthest thing from a fashion nigga. But I feel like if I decide to pop out looking nice, I'll pop out looking nice. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be like, I feel like some people can dress for their body shape. Yeah. Some people can dress for like their personal style. But have you ever just seen someone look at someone and was like, what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about someone that's trying to be fashion.
Yeah, they're just
It's like, yo, what the fuck are you actually wearing?
And then when you see that same person when they're done up a bit, you're like, who the fuck is this? Because that used to happen in uni a lot. Maybe because it's uni tax as well. People just wear anything. And you have like an event, and that same girl that you'd be like, what the fuck are they wearing? They just pop out of the Afro Sock event. You're like,
oh, so you're like,
who the fuck is this?
No, but I'm saying a girl that, okay, can you date a girl that you don't like? Let's say 70% of her outfits.
I don't think you. I don't know. For me personally,
I can't.
I've never been in the situation where I don't know. I've never really looked at dress sense because I don't care about mine. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but
I've never really looked at a girl and be, oh, that girl can't dress.
I feel like I've looked at one or two and I'm like, what you're wearing right now is wild.
But it's easy for a girl to learn how to dress. There's so many hauls, TikToks, like.
But just copy somebody.
It's just like, as what was Prat Solo once said, just study it. Study the game. Like, I feel like for them, they have, because I remember I was like, look, obviously see me would be watching hauls. I'm thinking like, do men have hauls to, like, if they don't know how to dress, they could look at like, oh, this guy, the way he's dressing, I can up my game based on this. Do guys, like, I don't know if men do that or men just see what their Fuad and James would be wearing a nice jumper or something and the jeans and be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna wear. Whereas women, if you don't know how to dress, I just think it's irresponsible because they have halls for all shapes and sizes. They have
can't
halls.
just say it's
No,
irresponsible.
it's irresponsible because you're not trying. Have you ever seen a girl that doesn't watch Hall? Do you know any girl that doesn't just watch Halls at all ever? So if the girl doesn't know how to dress, it just literally, are you on Instagram? This is like, no, I actually don't.
Okay,
I don't
what's your
know.
algorithm showing you? Okay, wait, okay. Can you date a fashion babes?
I'm only thinking of one.
You're thinking of Zed, I know.
No. But some of those outfits are extreme. Like I'll be looking at them and be like, no, flat out. I've asked her, how do you come up with some of these ideas? Like I flat out asked her, like, how do you come up with this? She just said, she just.
You're not answering my question.
Could I date if I was pregnant? I don't know. Again, we're men. It just depends on how long you are.
Nah, because
It does,
no, because the
man.
thing is, you could be leng, but if your outfit is, bruv, like the thing is, I've seen some girls that are leng, but their outfit choices, boy.
But how much points of the outfit choices cost them? Like,
Oh,
really?
it costs a few,
Really?
bro. Okay,
never
imagine.
seen it.
Okay, let's say Morris's wedding now, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, hypothetical situation, you're not with your
Yeah,
babes,
yeah,
and you're worried about what your baby's gonna come out with. You're worried she's gonna come out in a top hat.
But see, that's the thing. I've never really. I understand what you're saying, but I've never really looked at like women and try to define their fashion sense. It's never been. I know people have like priorities, like or this, like and attraction, and then fashion sense is there. And a lot of women's like height, beard, blah 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 blah, and then fashion sense is like maybe third on their list. But it's fashion that's never even crossed my radar.
Nah, there's been a couple people that I'm looking like. Honestly, I would be worried about what you came out with.
Fair enough, man.
Like, no, but actually just think about it, yeah. Like, or like, let's say, the Black and Irish Awards, yeah. We're getting ready to go. You know, you're nominated. You think you might win. You want to have a nice look. Your baby's gonna be on your arm. You know you're dressed, looking all.
And then you're worried about they're gonna.
And then you're worried that she'll come out in sweats, in baggy sweats.
Can't go to Africa. I think we missed a trick not doing fashion thing at the awards, man.
What do you mean?
Like content, sorry. Like someone should done content.
Isn't that Zeda's job?
Yeah, tell me what they're wearing and doing fucking judging outfits.
Because what we'll be doing is, so this is ASOS.
Or telling people the creative ideas behind their thing. Because I know Don go wear like a gold suit. And then Joe Vinci wore something silver.
Yeah, but the thing is,
talk to them.
but to be
Congo,
fair,
let's go. Come on, man.
to be fair, like, he's Congolese. You might wear that on a Tuesday. Is it not true?
On a Tuesday.
You might wear that to work. Like,
But why could you not do the fashion babe? Just because you're scared of what to come out with?
it depends what kind of fashion babe. Because there's some fashion babes that look like every time I see you, you look fantastic. Then there's some that I'm just looking like, yo, what you wearing, bro?
Makes my shoes.
Yeah. Look, I'll say it flat out. I can't take that. I'll say it flat out. Like, what's going on? And the thing is, once again, it's not, I know that world isn't for me.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So I'm not trying to understand it. So you stay over there. I'm going to be over here. And let's leave it there.
But I guess fashion niggas probably feel the same way with podcasters. They're probably thinking like me, date someone that talks on a mic.
Oh, also, I'm a walking red flag anyway, so.
Why?
Because I'm a podcaster.
They should leave it alone. They all say that, but they all date podcasters. Right?
Yeah, to be fair.
They all say, "Oh, don't talk about me on your podcast. Is this gonna go on your pod? No, it's not, man.
No, do you think I care about you, man?
We just talk about dicks on the mic, essentially. But I think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Recently, the pod has been weird. Being out. People, oh yeah, digital pod. Thank you. Appreciate everybody that does listen to pod, love the pod and everything. But once again, I don't know how people see us. Like, some of the things people be telling us to do or be reacting to or plan, I'm looking at you like, bruv, I don't know who you think I am. I'm just a regular ass guy. I'm not a social justice warrior.
You see yourself as part of the Black and Irish media?
No, but that's probably the problem.
Yeah.
Like, because remember, we don't really take ourselves too seriously when it comes to this whole media thing and this and that and that and that. Because at the end of the day, it still feels like it's 2017 and we're just doing this for bands. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's more money now and we're taking it more seriously now. But I still take it as just like we're in Dial's house just chatting shit.
Yeah. Oh, I remember those era.
Yeah.
Sure, they enjoy that more when people.
You know, mistakes going out.
And you talk the maddest crowd on a podcast and just
There was also
leave
no video, so you could just do whatever the fuck you wanted. Because at the end of the day, people didn't know who the fuck you were.
it. Yeah, we're not like in this. Yeah, being in the space now, it's cool. Like, but I think it is a thing now. We are definitely part of the Black and Irish media space, and I think we maybe don't want to acknowledge it, but we should.
Oh no, we are. Like I know that we are. Feeling like we are and knowing that we are two different things.
Yeah.
Like how I feel about the podcast is still just like it's cool, whatever. But how the podcast is perceived by others and stuff like that is different from, because at the end of the day, and I also feel like if you're doing some cool shit or you're doing whatever you're doing, I don't feel like you fully realize the gravity of it until someone else tells you. Like what's called like even
You're
if
in the motion, you're in the moment.
you get what I'm saying? Like I'm chatting to my brother and it's like, yo, he's like, yeah, I'm doing all this, but I'm like, bro, you're throwing actual parties and people are coming. Like, yo, respect your brand. Like, or even Fiona's like, yo, you're doing this thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, all the people that are doing cool shit, sometimes they don't really realize how cool the shit they're doing is. Like, because someone like Simba, yeah, that's just his life. That's just his everyday.
Bro, he did a reel of all the songs he was involved in, yeah. And I looked at the reel and I looked at all the songs. I think it's unfair putting in a contribution to music category because he has to win every single time. Like I was watching, I saw Soleil, I saw Travis and Els, I saw Salame. I'm like, this guy's making everybody's music. So who's contributing to music in our space, anyways, more than him right now? So I just like give him a recognition award every year. Say we recognize Simba for the contributions to his music. Now,
Just
for
call
the music.
at this point, just call it the fucking Simba Award.
After I watched that, obviously I don't know who's involved in every song. I just see the song like BBB's coming. I'm like, yo, shit. I'm blaring to it. I'm like, oh, he did this song. Oh, he did this song with Soleil. Oh, he did this song with Salame. Oh, he did this song. Blah. And I'm like, damn, this nigga's really working. Like a lot of the music coming out is going through him. So shout out that. So I guess I don't know if maybe in his head he probably doesn't deep it as what like we do. He just kind of like, yeah, I'm just this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like people that even let's say like we had Manny here and he's like, yeah, it's just what, bruv. You've opened up 2 shops. You're doing barbering courses.
He's thinking of maybe a third one. I don't know if he wants to, like he's gonna announce where, but he's like he was saying, yeah, 2024.
But do you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody that does cool shit sometimes they don't really realize. Obviously, how we look at them is always going to be how differently to how they look at themselves, and I feel like we're also just a victim to that.
Do you think it's also because we're not where, like, let me speak about us. Maybe the podcast has to get to a point. Maybe it's self-sustaining for me to feel like okay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe because the progress isn't where we want it to be, so it's harder for us to kind of rate it in our heads. It's like, nah, the podcast has to be a place where it's self-sustaining. That maybe we have a team to record, film, and edit for us. Once we're even at that level, we could be like, okay, we're actually doing something. Whereas we're still doing everything ourselves. We're kind of like, we haven't really pushed the brand where we're gonna be.
What's called? Yeah, I do think it's like that because, like, at the end of the day, when we look at the podcast, we're seeing step 1 through to step 100 or whatever, and we're like, oh, we're on step 2. Whereas when other people are looking at the podcast, they don't see step 100. They just see, oh shit, what you just did was really cool. Do you get what I'm saying? Just like someone said sometime, like, there's like when you give a presentation, there's 3 presentations. There's the one you prepare, the one you actually give, and the one you wanted to give or some shit like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like even let's say like when I have a podcast episode in mind, I have all right, cool, I want it to go this way, but we miss out on 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Everyone looks at the episode like, yo, that was a great episode, but they don't know that, yo, we missed 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like those are the things that I feel like we could have even taken it to a different level again. Do you get what I'm saying? So I do think it's a perspective thing sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes, like, when you're so focused on the big picture that all the, like, okay, like, let's say you want to build a house now, yeah, and, like, you've laid the foundation and you've laid whatever, you're still thinking, like,
I haven't made the house yet.
I haven't made the house yet. The windows aren't here. The roof isn't on. The this isn't on. But it's kind of like, bro, there was nothing here before. You put a foundation and you built walls. Yeah. Like, so you've made something. Do you get what I'm saying? Something from
it. But nah, we do, like, yeah, it is cool. Like, we do appreciate it. So it's also about standing on our business and accepting it for what it is now. Maybe accepting the perception is the reality, even though sometimes we find it hard to. But in terms of I guess we probably won't talk about this. Like, is there anything that you can talk about that you want in 2024 you want the podcast to achieve or go?
Honestly, I just want to see more listeners consistently, like, and have some branded work. Just make a bit more. Yeah, work with some brands and like just kind of like just take it to the next level. I think that's the only way. Like, I feel like we've there's certain little things like before, like 2 years ago at this point. 2 years ago when we'd be in here and there's just like a bunch of not discussing, just a bunch of like shit in the backgrounds, watching that and being pissed off. Like, what the fuck is that? Then do you get what I'm saying? Then now it's like, okay, like our set looks decent. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not where we want it to be, but it's building it. So I like make the set better, make the set nicer. What's called get out more consistent episodes where we're not as laid back and not as chilled out. Part a bit more freely, if that makes any sense. And yeah, just do shit outside of the podcast. Like, once again, like the podcast has become easy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel rusty though.
Yeah.
Like, if it feels so weird being back. Like, the other one we had so much to talk about, and obviously because we're gassed about the award and all of that kind of shit, like that kind of carried us through.
Yeah.
But right now,
I bet you listen back and probably sound fine. It's always the case. Yeah.
I know, but I feel rusty. I feel like, yeah, this is cool, but like, do you get what I'm saying? But like, hopefully just kind of like, all right, cool. Now that we're back into it on a weekly basis, it's going to start, we'll start getting there again. Shit will start feeling good again. And,
is there anybody that you want to go talk to this year particularly?
I have a list.
Okay, anybody you're looking, like if you're looking forward to kind of like saying, okay. That like, I've seen their stuff, I've seen their work, and I would like to, within our scene or even beyond.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there is somebody, but I just can't remember their name off the top of my head. I want to talk to Katia.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Katia this year.
Yeah, because I would like to talk to her as well.
Because what she's doing, insane.
She's transcended. Like, she's done like
fam, she been
TV and everything.
Fam, isn't it what That's With The Stars, whatever that she's doing now?
Yeah.
Bruv,
Yeah.
someone that's local. And That's With The Stars. Not that I watched the show.
But it is, sometimes it is about these, like, you might not watch it, but you understand the institution and you understand the impact and the eyeballs and the thing it'll bring. And which was a conversation I think we've had about Nella. It's like, even if we say black girls shouldn't go on this, but someone has to open that door and showcase that this how black girls are. And eventually 10, 15 years, even though she was harder to digest for the white people, well, eventually that audience get used to it, and then by the 15 years there's a little girl that goes on it and it becomes normal. So I think Zizi Mills said it initially when I was like, you know what, Madam Joyce, let her land. But then when Zizi Mills says, no, we kind of have to normalize it now, and it sucks for the people that have to break through. It sucks for them, but in 20 years it'll be beneficial. But that, okay, we've had these people in these spaces, so nah.
What about you? Who do you want to chat to this year?
Victor. I like to talk to Victor Alfred.
Victor.
I'm looking forward to some recurring guests because do you know what I like about the recurring guests? Because it feels like, where were you? This is where you were when we first talked to you. A year later, like, this is how you are now. It's good. Yeah. I like that progression. So there's a few recurring guests that maybe I would like, okay, I'd like to see, like, for example, Ree going into motherhood and all of that.
You guys have your little...
You know? So I would like for Ree to come back on.
Okay, you know what episode I'm kind of looking forward to?
Yeah.
Babes on Tapes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good episode.
I would like to talk to all our Unity as well, but yeah. So, but Victor is kind of like the main one because he built it from the ground up. He did it himself, and that's very admirable. And he's only 21. I saw the other day he's like 21, 22 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's very admirable.
Let's go. I want to talk to Manjala as well.
Yeah, because there is like this, like, not underground, but it's Manjala is like within our scene, but we don't really see him as much. Or I don't feel like his presence as much as others. So, but then you see Strong Kid Cudi. So he'd be cool to kind of talk to. Like,
even the Chamomile Club and all that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's all sick, but the scene's in a great place.
Yeah.
2024. I'm proud to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Last thing before we wrap up, I saw on Twitter that they said men are not obsessed with women as much anymore as they used to be, and Zizi said it's women that women that did it to themselves, and a landscape that men used to be like obsessed with women or whatever the word is, they used to be, but now because there's a lot of men bashing and it becomes a lot of tit for tat games, so men have decided to pull back a bit. How do you see it? Do you think like there's a reason why we're not even? I actually want to talk about this. Madam Joyce saying that like London men, they're handsome but they're broke. That's an example of like men bashing. So you're going on a platform, you're talking about this, and then you're bashing men, but ultimately you want them to love you.
But what's broke though?
What?
Like, what's broke? Because if I have the same money as you, am I broke?
You have to what?
If I have the same amount of money as you, am I broke?
Maybe to the women because you're supposed to provide the lifestyle for them. But do you think it's like we've stepped back because of stuff like that, broke shaming?
Yeah, no,
So we're not as obsessed anymore because we're like, you're just like, I can't provide this lifestyle for you. You're gonna shame me because I'm broke. Now we don't look like I'm obsessed with you.
were,
Because I step back.
were men really ever obsessed with women?
Hey, this is what the internet tell me.
Let's
what the internet tell
actually
me.
think about it. Were we really obsessed with women?
That's what the internet
Or
tell me.
is it because like what I do hear the sentiment? Like
Yeah.
I do really
Because
do
they used to
hear
build
the
houses for women, innit? With their hands.
sentiment. Look, man, send niggas back to war, man. No, I do hear the sentiment, and I do feel like yes, because there's a lot of, remember, like I've been saying it for years, bro. It's gender wars.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
women want to get what they can from a nigga. Niggas are trying to, or what's called, she just wants this, so I'm not going to give her this. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, because there's that, I feel like a lot of guys, because they don't want to like feel like they're being used for whatever reason, is like, okay, now I'm going to be a bit more on the defensive. I'm going to be a bit more, or I'm going to use you before you use me, or because I feel like you're going to use me, so I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to test you. So do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I saw one guy, he's like, I don't think he was testing her or whatever, but like literally, he was like, she was coming over, and was like, oh, can you grab me some food,
grab me
whatever.
food, yeah.
And she was like, well, you paying
Well, you
for
have to
it?
pay
blah, blah,
for
blah.
it. And they're dating for a while. And you're coming to my house, I'm just saying, can you just grab me something to eat? And then he's like, it's kind of weird that every time we go on a date, I pay, but for the one time I'm asking you, just grab me something to eat, I have to pay for it, or because she's like, or I don't want to be my masculine energy. I was like, what's going on?
What the fuck is masculine energy, bro?
Pay for one meal, then you're in your masculine energy.
And it's not even dinner, bro. Bring it to me.
You know? But, and then, I don't know if men were ever obsessed with women, and I understand to the sentiment of ZZ Mills are saying that, like, because of men bashing, like, I think I'll listen to the podcast, ZZ and Madam Joyce. Madam Joyce says she'll find a man, like, say she'll meet you in a club, tall, handsome, like dark skin. Then you'll see her page. You're like, why are men? You're like, I don't want to be there.
To be fair,
So-
how I look at it is, she ain't talking about me.
That's a fair note, but there is guy that are gonna be like, you know what, your content, but they might not understand that this is content. Like you always say, content now. They might not understand that this is content, and Madam Joyce knows the content world, and she knows what works. When she broke Shame London, she knew that like this is a click.
Once
Like,
again,
and
this
she
is
knew
what you guys love.
And people are saying that like, oh, let's leave these topics, but that circulated around, and I looked at it and I was like, obviously I was watching the clip. I was like, yeah, because men are tired of seeing keys and you sitting on the kitchen counter after they've paid 3K for a Dubai trip. They're coming back now. You're sitting on the kitchen counter. They've understood the economy. First of all, cost of living, but the economy is probably is pretty much balanced within the genders now. Women are earning bread. They're earning bread. So now a lot of them are like, wait, like me and you, like you're saying earlier, we have the same amount of money. I'm gonna fund the entire vacation, come back, but you still have that money, and now I'm like saying like, am I gonna eat bread for a week?
No, but what's called? They say that maintenance levels that up.
Oh, does it?
Apparently,
I hear it because Semi definitely does.
maintenance is expensive.
No,
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah, Semi definitely does have a lot more maintenance than me. I get a trim. I
And,
pay 30
and
quid.
that 30 quid, I'm complaining about it.
Like, I do hear it, but I don't think like, okay, say for me it's 30, I'd like to have a woman and say, what's their maintenance a month? To add up. Like hair, how often do you do hair? Like say if they do braids last.
Cost me.
What?
Cost me. Ask me.
Okay, let me call Simi now and ask her.
Yeah, because okay, there's got nails,
Yeah.
feet, hair, eyelashes. If you do that,
Okay.
what's
Imagine she
called
doesn't answer.
facials and skincare and all that kind of stuff. If you do that,
Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
hey,
babe,
don't say anything while we're on pod.
you're on the podcast. Don't say anything crazy.
Alright.
All right. I want to ask you, because we're talking about the Madam Joyce clip that she was broke shaming men. And we're literally saying that, well, I was saying it's because women are earning the same amount of money as men, so that's why men don't look as rich as before. But Dej said it's because women have higher maintenance. So I'm asking you, like, let's say on average, monthly, if you were to get hair, nails, everything done, how much maintenance would be for you on average?
For me,
Yeah.
Because are we missing anything? So we're thinking, hands and feet. So manicure, pedicure,
Hair, nail, yeah.
hair, facials.
yeah,
if you
like
do
my
that,
nails will cost me like what 45, 50
Okay.
monthly.
Yeah.
Toes are usually about 30,
Okay. 70, let's say 80.
and I don't do my hair like I don't do wigs every month,
Yeah.
but like I do my natural maintenance like blow dry, whatever, and that's 55.
So that's what 130. We're at 130 a month.
Yeah, and then wax will be like
Forgot
about
about waxes.
Wax as well, yeah.
wax maybe 40.
It's 170
Hey.
compared to 30. So nearly 200 euros compared to 30 euros a month.
Yeah, but then if you like, say if you want to get like braids done, you're looking at anything between 80 to 100.
But and how long? Okay, but how long do braids would typically? How long would braids last for average?
4 to 6 weeks.
I only keep braids for like 3 weeks.
Okay, so that's a month. So your maintenance could be anywhere between 150 to 250 euros a month, depending on what you do.
Yeah, like as in like and casual, like no events, no
Yeah.
birthday, no holiday. Yeah, roughly about you would need minimum about 2 something.
Wait, okay,
But
and
if there's like a birthday, if you're going on holidays, then it's gonna be way more than that.
okay, on average, let's say holiday, you're going on a little vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much
You
would then?
buy-
How much extra then is that if you add holiday?
Well, if you're going to do braids, it'll still probably be the same. But if you're doing wigs, you probably buy a new wig, and then like, or you buy bundles, and you can buy bundles from anything from like 300 upwards, and then you get someone to do the wig, which some people are charging like €60 to do the wig, and then install again is another maybe 60,
Jeez.
and then yeah.
So, but for me, even on a holiday, it's a trim thing.
You know?
Yeah, so like if I was going to get a new wig and I was going to get it made and everything, I'll probably spend 500 plus.
So on it, without holiday, on an average, our difference in maintenance is maybe nearly 200 euros.
Wait, are we talking about skincare as well? Because that's another.
Yeah.
Oh, skincare, yeah, you have to buy new skincare. Like I'm always buying new skincare every 2 months or so.
No.
So on average, without holiday, on an average month, our difference is like 30 to 200, like nearly 200 euros on average monthly. But then if you do holiday, it goes up to nearly 400 because I just get a trim for holiday. I don't really.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, let's just say monthly for girls minimum maybe 250, and for a guy, what you just get your trim.
€30.
And that's 30.
Yeah.
35 out of hours.
If you want to go.
Okay, out of hour.
Yeah, no, I think that's really it. Okay, because I think the conversation we're having is like, we're they're broke shaming men, but women are earning the same amount of money, but maybe women actually do have more to spend it on.
Yeah, we have to spend way more because like we'll probably buy new makeup, we'll buy skincare, and most of us are buy vitamins. Like you have to buy hair oil. There's a lot of maintenance.
Fair enough.
So yeah, on average monthly, a girl is spending definitely on just like on herself. That doesn't even include like buying new clothes, like.
Oh, she forgot eyelashes.
Yeah, lashes. Oh yeah, lashes. If you want to do lashes,
yeah,
brows.
Lashes as well when you go on holiday, or if some people do lashes every month, which is some people. I think the cheapest I've ever seen lashes is probably 45, and most times that only lasts you about 2 weeks. Maybe stretch it 3, but mostly 2 weeks.
All right, we hear that. All right, thank you, babes.
No problem.
All right, love your butt.
Bye.
Is that really leveling the playing field though?
I don't.
One good date we spent that.
And if they want you to go on multiple dates, that's it. Do you know what? That's a good point. Because if you are gonna go on one, especially the way I think we saw James Afuha talk about going on a date in London. If you want to go to like a night, I don't know if you've seen the clip.
No, I see.
His friend was like saying that like he wants to date more frequently, but it's so expensive going on like a typical date in like a nice restaurant, especially in London.
And that's if you're dating one girl.
Because if a date for himself, let's say food and maybe two or three cocktails, like two courses and 2 or 3 cocktails, it's like £70 for him. If he's that's 150 euros basically gone on that date. So that would actually then level the playing field a bit more if you are going to take on a date. And if you want to do that, how often can you do that? Like spend 200 on a date you can't. Well, how much you have to be earning to do that? If I did that this weekend,
They'll tell you
next
6
weekend
figures.
it has to be a cheeky cinema thing. Next weekend it has to be a cheeky. But like I think your sister commented on one of the videos. She says romance is about like, hey, finding means to do.
Yeah, no, facts.
To attending the love language rather than just spending money.
No, what's called like being.
But
like,
dating and romance are different, so maybe that's bad.
because like, if I start, what's it called? Not that I'm a dater like that, But if I start chatting to someone or whatever, and like let's say, all right, cool, I'm not really being romantic to you. I'm just kind of like, yo, let's go out, let's have a good time, whatever.
Yeah, no, they're in a romance are different
Well,
too, right?
to be honest, and depending, like, because the thing is, you can have a really good date that's not that expensive.
No, definitely. I just think it's the pressure maybe men feel to not be shamed that like, oh, this is how you did on a date, or you end up as like a story like we're talking earlier, like end up in group chats as if like he took me to this restaurant. Whereas if you take her to a restaurant in Mayfair, I've never been to Mayfair. I don't know where Mayfair is. I just hear about Mayfair on podcasts.
I just know about it on Monopoly.
I just hear about Mayfair. Whatever cheeky date, like it's, especially if you know you're in the dating market, you know she's lang. She's probably gets multiple dates. So I have to put my best foot forward. I can't. You'll feel like I just can't take her to any.
Yeah, but that's pressure you're putting on yourself though. Like the thing is
that you put on yourself, or is it societal? Like you watch that clip of Madam Joyce, for example, and you are putting on yourself because you're doing it based on that clip, but it's coming from somewhere.
I hear you. Like once again, maybe it's because I'm different. I'm very much in my own lane.
Yeah.
Like if I can do it, I'll do it. If I can't do it, I won't do it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there has been times where, and actually that's pretty much it. If I can do it, I can do it. Do you get what I'm saying? And like for the most part, like I do feel like there's some girls that are like, yeah, cool. It's very imagey, whatever. To be honest, I don't really come across them too often.
Yeah.
So for the most part, as long as we're having a good time, it doesn't really matter where we go.
That's what it should be. 100%. That's what it should be. And I wish a lot of men have that approach to it. They say as long as we're having a good time, and it's like reasonable, that's what it should be. But there is men that are going to be like, I don't want to be shamed as a broke London boy.
Yeah, but
I have to buy bottles in a club even though I can't.
You don't have to.
Those men exist.
I'm telling you, you don't have to. You really like. At the end of the day,
they exist though. They don't want Madam Joyce to go on the podcast and be like, she's not talking about me. I'm not one of those.
But the thing is,
boys.
like, as soon as you go, she ain't talking about me, and you mind your own business, you'll be good.
Well,
like, once again, though, you know me. I don't want to be shamed. But like, there's certain things. Like, one of my boys was telling me that a couple years ago he went on a date with this girl, and apparently they went Dutch, and now he sees her, and he's talking to someone else. She was like, yo, you know you made me go to the house, yeah?
Oh. See what I mean? But, yeah, but back on that, on 2024, we'll talk about anything that's popping. Like, look, anything in pop culture, anything that we want to talk about, leave us alone. Because I don't see this. I've never seen take mics off white people. I've never seen it.
That's because they don't listen to that content.
Exactly. So leave me alone. Don't listen to my content, and I'm gonna ask whatever question I want to ask on the timeline. Don't tell me this question in 2023.
But we once again, we know the internet's fake anyways.
Yeah.
So like
we're partying like with J. Cole and Middle Child. Anyways, if you were here today, we are charged to the game. We are the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs.
Bang bang.
I'm Daddy J, but you man's call me Jordan. I'm here with
Skirt. You know it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Didge, Nick with the Midas touch and all of them things there.
Yeah, and if you made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything that we said today, well, you can charge. Yeah,
Bang,
Happy New
bang.
Year. Thank you for listening.